Hi folks, and welcome back to the Stormin Cellar. I guess millions from around the world have already seen the new Top Gun Maverick movie by now, so today I'd like to give you my reaction to the behind-the-scenes clips of the movie. First, let me say that Tom Cruise and director Joseph Kosinski did a fantastic job in the making of this film. Yes, there's always some Hollywood in every movie. But the realism in Top Gun is just what we needed to see in an action-packed film. So let's take a look at some of the behind the scenes of the movie.
Tom said to me specifically at the beginning is he wanted to make the greatest aviation film ever made. And you can't do that in a studio. You've got to get in the air.
To be able to get into an F-18, they had to go through all the training. I hadn't done it since 1985. The actors also had to train, so I started them out in underwater training.
This water training we had to do, it was real. The purpose of the training is in the event that there were an over-the-water emergency.
I felt like I was drowning. It was tough.
It has all these different contraptions that pull you through the water, drop you into a tank, and spin you upside down.
So you get put in this helo dunker. You have to unstrap and find your way out. It was heinous.
There's absolutely nothing that is fun about it. They had to.
The actors completed training in the dunk tank. Now, I did U.S. Air Force water survival many years ago. We didn't do the dunk tank, and I did do it before I went to fly with the E-2 Hawkeyes off the USS Enterprise. The Navy's dunk tank is a real eye-opener.
In an F-18, we're pulling up to 7 Gs, and it takes a while to get accustomed to that.
Let's get some speed up.
So Tom developed a flight training program for all of the actors.
The intention is that the audience can feel what it is like to be in the F-18.
Here comes some Gs.
The actors were really put through their paces of dealing with the high-stress aerospace physiology, and I think they did a really good job of it.
Flight training, they would be embarrassed about puking. I was like, do not be embarrassed about that.
I feel every bit of food I've had in my stomach.
Oh, okay. There's 5 Gs.
My mustache fell off.
6 Gs.
I can't wait for the day where I don't get sick.
7 Gs. Holy!
The actors shouldn't feel bad about upchucking in the airplane. It's tough not to from the back seat, especially when you aren't anticipating the pilot's yanks and banks. Now, I'm sure that they try to communicate with the guys in the back, but that doesn't always help any. I freely admit that my first mission in the F-105, I deposited.
All the training 100% prepared us. Today, I feel like a pilot.
They did in the course of 4 to 6 months what the average naval aviator does over the course of almost 2 years. They have worked hard.
That was epic.
I thought one would tap out. I thought for sure at least one would tap out. Nobody tapped out. I lost the bet.
Technical director Captain Ferg Ferguson actually exaggerated when he said that the actors did what a typical fighter pilot does in 4 to 6 months. Now, we have to remember, a fighter pilot also has to learn how to fly the F-18, use its weapon systems, and still come back alive in those 4 to 6 months. But nonetheless, kudos to the actors.
That's what I'm talking about. Maverick 1 ready.
Maverick to range control, stand by.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
From the sophisticated cameras in the cockpit, the ground camera crews, and the chase aircraft filming, the cinematography was awesome in catching low-level passes, low-level high-speed passes, and air-to-air basic fighter maneuvers.
Thank
thanks to Tom, all the actors are becoming accustomed to the G-forces by all the training that they're doing.
It is aggressive. You can't act that. The distortion in the face. They're pulling 7.5 HGs. That's 1,600 pounds of force. I am so proud of them and what they've done. And it is heavy duty.
All right. Oh, okay.
The actors were subjected to actually pulling high Gs. Of course, even with G suits and M1 anti-straining maneuvers, it's still tough not to get gray out when the blood leaves the brain, so they did a good job on this.
Putting us up in these jets, it's very serious. That's why everybody thought it would be impossible. And I think when Tom hears that something's impossible or it can't be done, that's when he gets to work.
That's what I'm talking about.
Flying one of these fighter jets is an absolute thrill ride. We want to make sure that the audience has the same experience.
3, 2, 1, turn.
Aviation film like this has never been done, and chances are will never be done again.
I totally agree. The effort from Cruise and team was amazing. But the level of effort that the U.S. Navy gave to the production of this film is over the top great. Naturally, the Navy will score big time in recruiting. Thanks to Tom Cruise, aka Mav, for giving America and the world one heck of a realistic action movie. That's it for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my reaction to it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Until next time, always make sure your takeoff and landings equal.